Storytime by Angelica. So storytime. Once in first grade, one was in gym. One of my friends, let's call her Alexa. She was the quiet kid, and unfortunately in gym class she peed her pants without telling the teacher. And she needed to go to the bathroom. Our teacher asked her if she was okay. And Alexa had a very worried look on her face. Our gym teacher saw her pee and took her to the nurse's office to get a change of clothes. Everyone was laughing at her except for me. I felt really bad for Alexa. Yeah, that's it.
Storytime by Bang Bang Mentality. So this is a story where I got revenge on my bully. So in 5th grade I had this bully, let's just call her Lily. So Lily bullied me like every single day. And she would say really mean stuff that I don't wanna mention. So this girl Lily spreads a rumor about me that I have been bullying her for her lunch money and buying cigarettes from that money, but it was really the other way around. At the time I didn't really have any friends, maybe 2 or 3, and they were just fry, not even best friends. They had left me because of that rumor. I got really sad after that and things only got worse. Our teacher had heard about it also. Side note, I am Asian, so our teachers are really strict. So my teacher calls my parents and my mom comes to the school. My teacher tells her about the rumor, and my mom believes it. As a punishment I got suspended from school for 3 weeks straight. My dad and mom beat me up and hit me every day. When I got back to school everyone treated me like a criminal, like I murdered someone, so I decided to get my revenge on Lily. Also, even after all that, Lily still bullied me every day. So I thought if I record her to get a confession out of her I would have proof. So the next day when she started bullying me I had my camera out to record. She didn't confess anything, but I caught her bullying me on camera. I showed the teacher the recording and the teacher humiliated Lily in front of the whole school in the assembly. It felt so good to get my revenge. I even showed my mom the recording. My mom apologized and I made her buy stuff for me. But when Lily's parents called she said she had to go to the bathroom. I was also in the bathroom too. She told me she bullied me because she was jealous of me because her crush liked me. I had no idea that her crush liked me, so I guess it was a happy ending in a way.
Story time by an anonymous fan. So the story time is how I ditched my lying friend. So I had this friend, let's call her Teresa. So me and Teresa were friends for a while, maybe for about 3 years, even until I decided to ditch her. We were good friends for a while, but when we got to middle school, she tried to make friends with the older kids just to be cool. So I kinda got annoyed of that because she would always walk up and down the aisle and jump around the bus. So I would tell my parents and friends being good, but they all ignored it. So then she began to lie. A lot. I knew they were lies because 1, I've never seen her do it, and 2, she had that tone and face. So I had enough one day and confronted her and told her to stop lying. She told me that she was just joking, but I thought otherwise. Thankfully I ditched her and I got her out of my life. She was so toxic anyways. She blocked me and we don't talk anymore.
Storytime by Isla Gilpin. Okay, so I am dating this guy, let's just call him Nick. So me and Nick were dating for a while and one of his friends asked me out on a date. I kept rejecting him about 8 times, so one day me and Nick were going to tell everyone that we were dating. Once we did say that we were this guy, let's just call him Adam. So Adam was so mad he ran up to Nick and started beating him up. Like kicking and punching him. Once the teacher comes, my boyfriend brings him inside. Once she leaves I start beating the shit of Adam and he starts crying. I go inside and go see Nick. There was blood in the hallway, and yeah, that's my story. Adam no longer goes to my school and me and Nick are still together.
So storytime by The Dark Spirit. Okay, so storytime about how my school set on fire. This happened sometime around 2nd. I was observing my mealworms, as we were doing in our science class, and all of a sudden we hear the fire alarm. So you know the drill, we all rush outside and stuff. Around 10 minutes later the teachers say we are allowed to talk. Which was weird cause during these drills we aren't ever allowed to talk. Then we saw a bunch of fire trucks and ambulances. And at least 3 police cars. I was scared sconce. During fire drills we only saw 1 police car and that's it. Then another 10 minutes passed, we were allowed to sit down on the ground. That's when we smelled smoke. A lot of people started coughing. Then a girl next to me, let's call her Sophia, said, what if all our stuff burns down? And me being a 2nd grader, I was really scared. We sat there for about 50 minutes. Sophia and I were talking a lot, scared that someone might have gotten hurt or something. Then later on we were finally allowed to go inside. It was already the end of the day and super late, but the time we got out of school my mom was there and I was so relieved. Turns out a first grader in my sister's friend class had touched a wire and started a fire in the music class, and him and the teacher got hurt. Thanks for listening.
Storytime by Arvind G. So storytime on how I was careless enough to get kidnapped. So there was this one time in grade 2 where I was invited to a birthday party from one of the girls in my class. I hardly ever talked to her, let's call her Katie, so I was supposed to be invited. I come home from school and show my mom my invitation to the party. Considering how far away the place was, she said I couldn't go. Which I didn't mind because, like I said earlier, we hardly talked to each other, so the next day at school, she was excited and her friend were too. The party was scheduled at 15 p.m. right after the school day was finished, so some of her friends were actually going to go to the location with her. So school was over and everyone was getting fetched. For some odd reason, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I went with Katie into her truck with her friends to the party. I was going to this very unknown place very far away by myself. We ate some food, swam in the pool. I borrowed my friend's clothes. My dad eventually found out where I was, and when the party ended, he then picked me up. When I got home, none of my family members spoke to me for a day or so. I was very foolish back then, but no. I'm sure to never ever do that again. Storytime by Baby RJ. Storytime of how I nearly got murdered. So when I was at the age of 12, I used to love horror, scary maze games and stuff. When I was scrolling through apps when I saw this game called Gummy Bear Golf. I checked the reviews and people said they were beamed and killed, or some said they were haunted. I didn't listen to such fairy tales, so I downloaded it, and 20 minutes later it finally finished downloading. Once I opened the app, I clicked play and started playing the golf game. I shot the ball in the hole, it would play a celebration song and green gummy bears waving. Also, no, you could not stop or control the waving gummy bears, they will stop whenever they want. After about 5 minutes it stopped and I exited the play golf sign and it went to the lobby screen. I saw a creepy Humpty Dumpty cracked egg with a wide creepy smile, and I remembered when I first opened the app that Humpty Dumpty egg wasn't there before. So I got really scared and deleted the app quickly, and then I heard banging coming from my closet. I went to go see and I saw a man. He was dressed in a green gummy bear costume and he was holding a knife. I screamed and he nearly stabbed me, but he only managed to get a scar on my arm, and I stayed at home alone because my parents were on vacation and my grandma was the only one with me. I was able to call the cops in time. He got arrested and I was sent to the ambulance. Yeah, that's it.
Hey y'all, I hope you're watching still, even though the video is practically almost done. But I've just came here to announce some stuff. So, I just need some video suggestions from you guys. Yeah, I will still keep doing story times and all that. That will never change for sure, but I do want to make other stuff too. So if you could leave some suggestions on what other kinds of videos I could do, that would be great. Anything you can do, mostly I'll probably pick Roblox things, so if you could suggest some Roblox stuff, that would be good, yeah. I don't know, challenges, dares, yeah. Okay, bye.
And them dollars made my spidey sense a ring, ring. And that booty on that thotty made me spring. Then I took her to my pad, made her sing. First she asked me for a thing, now she cling. And she messy, but she threw it. Oh, you hella saucy, did you stew it? Wonder what it cost me. I
threw some shoes in. Ice be on my body, I'm never bruising. Hey, yeah. 4 flights, 1 month, bitch.